We had the sound of tears, the sound of the painful swallowing of tears, and the sound of silence. It's time for Roses and Rosé. Hi, you guys. I'm Lauren Zima. That was part one of the finale of Colton Underwood's season of The Bachelor, everybody. Oh my gosh, you guys, what an episode. We had Colton shaking and crying. We had Colton breaking up with two people.
My heart's with somebody else. I can't be in love with two people.
We had The Bachelor without a woman in his life for the first time in the history of the show.
That's the first time in Bachelor history that has happened.
I loved this episode. What did you guys think? Let me know, and let's get into it, because Colton got out of it with multiple people. Okay, so of course we're gonna get the finale episode mixed in with live portions and interviews with the cast-offs from Chris Harrison. Chris calls the fence jump the most
shocking moment in Bachelor history.
Do we agree? I don't know if I'd call it the most shocking moment, especially because it was in the teaser from the very beginning of the season, so we always knew that the season was leading up to it, so I wasn't exactly shocked by it. Let me know what you think. Colton. Then we get the fence jump and the aftermath, and I have a lot of questions about the editing of the fence jump and the aftermath now. Did we add in some fence squeaking sounds?
There we go.
Colton.
That seemed louder than it was before.
We're out in the middle of nowhere.
And was Chris actually on the phone? Look at that phone.
We're gonna have to.
There's no brightness on the phone. Who's he talking to, buddy? It wasn't me, you guys. Some of you said that on Twitter. It wasn't. Okay, so we are looking for Colton like it is the Bourne Identity Ultimatum. Next chapter, Colton Underwood is Jason Bourne here. You know, where is he? We're in the brush. We've got night vision. We have lots of cars. And then we find him pretty quickly.
Got a dark figure down the road.
And Colton is not okay.
No, I'm not okay.
No. Do not drink every time somebody asks Colton if he's okay this episode. Colton, in fact, is done.
Done.
Yeah. And Colton is crying, and do not drink every time somebody cries this episode. That's why I got a big glass and I put ice in it so that it would last long. And Colton says something so painful to Chris. He says,
I've been through enough of knowing that I'm not enough for a long time.
Every time he's dumped is a reminder that he's not enough, but it just makes him stronger.
It just makes me stronger.
That was hard. And I was cheering for Colton in that moment. Were you guys? Was that painful? Don't drink every time somebody just says something so painful. This episode was good, wasn't it? It was good in a way where, like, you feel bad saying it's good because it's so bad, but it's bad that it's good because it's, like, so painful and sad. That's how bad it is. It's so bad that it's sad. And you feel bad saying that it's good, but it is good, and you feel that it's good because you're a fan of the show. So we're going to see the episode, and then we're going to cut back to the audience, and there is going to be so much silence when we come back, and it is so good. Do not drink every time there is silence in this episode. Just the sound of ice and a glass of wine. That's all I need in this world. Okay.
Yeah, bro. What's up? How you doing, man?
So, seemingly the next morning after the fence jump, Chris is reunited with Colton. And did Chris get a haircut? Even I couldn't tell. Again, some questions about the editing, but whatever. Chris, gotta give him credit, asked the tough question. What if the bottom line is...
She's just not that into you.
Wow, cheers to Chris for asking the tough questions. Colton, however, was so confident that Cassie is into him. In fact, he says...
I think she loves me.
Do you guys agree?
I feel like I have a pretty good gut instinct.
Does Cassie love Colton? I'm not sure I agree. I admire Colton's confidence. I don't know where it came from. Just hours ago, he was crushed in a street in Portugal, saying that, you know, no one ever loves him back. I'm confused. Where do you guys think he was getting that confidence? Anyway.
Last night, Cassie walked away from me.
Colton is then again being forced to narrate his own pain for us and just relive the Cassie breakup. And I just kept thinking, oh my God, now is the time for a vlog. Why aren't we getting a vlog? Now would have been the moment. Talk directly to the phone. You're in pain. This is very personal. Are you kidding me? Okay.
Hey,
Hi.
what's up?
So now we have breakup number 1. Colton is going to break up with Tayshia, and wow.
Give me a hug. Okay.
10 seconds into the breakup, Tayshia is the one comforting Colton. And I just want to say cheers to Tayshia for a bunch of things during this breakup. You guys, what did you think of how Tayshia handled the breakup? I applaud her. I think she kind of saw it coming. You know, she had that little smile and she said, mm-hmm. And that was the heard round Bachelor Nation. It said it all. I admire Colton's honesty. Cheers to him. He just straight up told Tayshia, I love Cassie. And Tayshia is still holding hands with him. Cheers to Tayshia. And oh my God, again, don't drink every time there's silence. How long has it been since Tayshia has said any words? And then Tayshia's words are,
Can't talk without all these cameras.
can we talk without all the cameras? What a season it has been, everybody, for breaking down the fourth wall, right? I mean, we saw Colton jump the fence, and we saw the producers, and now Tayshia wants to go where there are no cameras. Again, you guys do know you're on a reality show, though, right? I mean, unlike Colton, when he jumped the fence, they left the mics on this time. So we heard everything, and oh my God, we have had the sound of silence. Well, this is the sound of just painful conversation. So they go behind closed doors, and the camera guy seems to like sit his camera down on a curb or something, and it's not a great angle, but you know, he's probably tired. He was out all night with the fence jump. That's what I was thinking. This man had to sit down. And never have I been more captivated by a door. We were just watching through the door and we were hearing everything, and it was so painful. And do not drink every time Tayshia is comforting Colton.
Hey. Don't cry, please.
And then Tayshia finally breaks down and she's crying, and then Colton's crying, and you know we're not supposed to drink every time someone's crying this episode. Don't cry into your wine. Or do. That's dark. It's okay to get dark sometimes. We like it when it's dark. I'm getting weird. Okay. Tayshia says she doesn't want to go through this. And like I said, don't drink every time something is just so painful. What did you guys think she meant by that? I understood it to mean that she knew that they should break up. She knew Colton wasn't into her, but she just didn't want to go through the process of a breakup. Oh, so painful. So painful, grieving the loss of whatever this skydiving, bungee jumping, sitting on the edge of a cliffing relationship was. Okay. And at that point, it's kind of a quick breakup. You know, they hug, and Tayshia grabs her straw purse and not really any luggage. I don't know where luggage was, and bye! Okay. And then... It's okay. Tayshia had to comfort herself. Oh, God. And we finally saw that moment of, it's okay. Don't drink every time someone is crying. It's not okay. Again, cheers to you, Tayshia. You worked hard this episode. And you know when Tayshia didn't work hard, though, is back in the studio. Again, we have silence. And by the way, Tayshia looked great. Cheers to Tayshia for looking great. But she was not there in the studio to work hard. She had done all her work. I think she was over Colton, and she didn't have much to say. And so I don't have much to say about Colton and Tayshia's conversation. I don't really even remember it. I just remember how great Tayshia looked. She wasn't super emotional. When Chris asked her if she was in love with Colton still, I almost got the vibe that like she maybe thought she was never in love with Colton. What do you guys think? Was Tayshia ever in love with Colton? That was the vibe I got. She took a long silent pause when he said, you loved this guy.
You really did love this guy.
We had a lot.
Again, silence is golden. Or silence is darkness. But anyway, what I do have something to say about is Colton's hair. Wow. The tie was better than Women Tell All, wasn't it? Which hair did you like better? Women Tell All hair or live finale hair from Colton?
And if Colton knew what he wanted, then I'm just gonna let him. He was on this journey for that.
Bottom line, I just want to cheers to Tayshia because she said, I know that I deserve
A lot. And an amazing person in my life.
Yes, you do, Queen. We all do. Okay, then the Hannah B. Nope. G. Okay, let's all be honest. That's where we were with Hannah G. She was very forgettable, and honestly, we had not seen her in hours of television. She wasn't even on the episode last week. I was just happy to see her alive again. Journaling, sitting on the world's tiniest couch, doing whatever she's been doing for all this time. I feel like Hannah's been like in a cave, and she's emerging from a cave, and she's like, what are cell phones? People use cell phones? I don't know. I've been journaling. Anyway, glad to see that Hannah G is alive and well. And then she's gonna get broken up with.
Hey,
Hi.
how are you?
Oh my gosh.
I want to cheers to Colton because he did not come in like Cassie did with him. He came in, he was like, I have to talk to you. He didn't come in all smiley and kissy. He laid it out right away. And Anna, unfortunately, says,
My stomach's gonna be growling the whole time.
It's okay.
and little does she know that's the least of her worries.
And in the hardest times, you helped me get through all of it.
Okay, so don't drink during every awkward, swallowing, painful sound. So that was like the swallowing of emotion. Here's where Colton has some big missteps this episode, guys, and I couldn't feel a ton of sympathy from him. Did you feel bad for Colton during the Hannah G breakup? I just felt like he was saying things to her like she has been his rock.
You've been my rock through all of this.
And she still...
Remind me of home.
And this whole time he thought it was going to be her.
I thought it was going to be you.
Colton, don't you say that to Hannah G. Look, all we know is that she can beatbox, yes, but that doesn't mean she's emotionless. He did tell her straight up, I love Cassie, and she seemed totally shocked and blindsided.
You still remind me of home.
What does it mean for you guys for someone to tell you that you remind them of home? I don't even know what that means. Does that mean Colton loved Hannah? I don't know what that means. I've never said that to someone, much like I've never told someone I'm falling in love with them. It's weird. If Hannah reminds Colton of home, I don't know. I guess he's ready to move away. I guess he's ready for his next chapter. I guess he's ready for his first apartment and he's gonna rent. It's not gonna be great, but it's gonna have, the basics that he needs. Maybe it's a nice studio. I don't know, he's just ready to move on. He's ready to, get his own credit card and start building up his credit score. He's ready to get a car. He wants to get his own insurance. He's not gonna have his own health insurance until he's 26. He's gonna have his parents' health insurance. He doesn't have a full-time job, but he's ready to take a first step toward being an adult. Anyway, everybody be an adult. That's the message of today. I'm sweating. Okay, so Colton says things like,
You'd helped me through so much.
helped him through so much. Wow, what a compliment during a breakup. Thanks, but no thanks, Colton. Not for our queen, Hannah G. First, she seems like she's in shock. Then it's sinking in and she's crying. And Colton is crying. He's crying and shaking in the hallway. Let him vlog. Anyway, so Colton is then getting all upset and he's like telling Hannah, this is why it's so hard and I'm saying goodbye to somebody who loves me.
What am I doing?
What the F am I doing? What the F are you doing, Colton? I do think you should be breaking up with Hannah because you clearly seem to be into Cassie, but what I don't think you should be doing is telling Hannah that you're confused about what you're doing. Don't tell her you're second guessing this. Be firm. Be strong. Vlog. Maybe you should have filmed the breakup on a vlog and just texted it to her. She doesn't have a phone. She only has her journal. Anyway, Colton's saying,
I don't want to lose you.
I don't want to lose you. I don't know if I'm making the right decision. Shh, shh, shh. Back to the live show, and oh, Hannah looks good too. Tayshia and Hannah both looking great. Cheers to them. Yes. Why did I do this? Cheers to them. Yes.
Nothing I say is gonna make this any better.
And do not drink for every sniffle during this breakup. And then Hannah G is gonna leave, and why can't someone give her a coat? She looks cold, but whatever. She says she doesn't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about anything.
And she's gone. And here's the thing. Hannah was somebody who I thought was going to come to the live finale and not have much to say, and that Tayshia was going to have a ton to say. No. The tables have turned. Hannah G is the goddess we didn't know we needed. G is for goddess. I love her. Yes, Hannah G. What a turn we took on this live finale. Were you guys surprised about how vocal Hannah G was? I was, and I loved it. I just loved it. Forget silence. It's time to talk. You're Hannah G. Hannah G is saying things like she doesn't even know what she's going to say on this stage.
I just want to follow my heart, and whatever my heart says I should ask and go with, I'm going to do it.
Oh, she's gone rogue. And she is saying that she wants to be able to sleep better at night and finally live in the present. Good God, this poor woman. She has been living in the silence, and we've all been in the silence, but now the silence is broken. Hannah G is here to give words. G is for... Go, Hannah G, go! I'm losing it. Okay, so Hannah G tells Colton how love works.
I know what love is, and it has to be a two-way street. And I feel like I deserve somebody who loves me just as much as I love them. Obviously, that's how it works.
Yes, cheers to you, Hannah G. And she says to Colton that what Cassie did to you
Was exactly what you did to me.
Cheers to Hannah G. Oh, I loved how she laid it out on the table. She even said what might have been the most Bachelor-y breakup-y thing I've ever heard. She said that she was so blindsided because she so thought it was going to be them the whole time, just as Colton said he thought it was going to be her, that she considered that Colton would chase her.
I thought that you were gonna chase me, as crazy as that sounds.
And she told a producer to make sure that her hair looked good if he came after her. Wow. Iconic. And you know what? It would have looked good, and she looked great. Anyway, so Hannah says she is stronger than she knew.
Showed me how strong I am.
And again, Hannah went from a beatboxing, blasé blonde from Alabama to a goddess of feminism and independence and soothsaying, and someone who I would follow to the ends of the earth. G is for goddess Hannah G. I adore thee. I love Hannah G.
Right now, there are no more women in Colton's life.
All right, so we wrap up the show by Chris Harrison noting that this is the first time in Bachelor history that The Bachelor has no women in his life. What? It's true. Colton broke up with Tayshia. Colton broke up with Hannah G. And we ended all by Colton knocking on Cassie's door. Didn't know she was still in Portugal. Was that a surprise to anyone else? I thought she'd pieced out. I thought she followed her dad in that van. I don't know. Some people pointed out on Twitter that Colton's hair looked like Cassie's dad's hair. Interesting. So you guys, that is part one of Colton Underwood's live finale. Ending of the season 23 of the Virgin Bachelor, most dramatic moment ever, fence jumping Bachelor season. Love you guys so much. This season of The Bachelor, we must of course have another episode of On the Journey with JC. Here he is, ready to sit on the couch. What did you think of Hannah G?
She really handled it well. I mean, she handled it with class. A lot of Becca vibes. A lot of Becca vibes.
Becca Kufrin.
Kufrin, Becca K.
Hannah stands for handling it well. We applaud you, Hannah G. We applaud you. A star is born.